All right, so just to introduce everybody, this is my mother.
Hi.
So what we're gonna be doing today is she flew all the way up here from sunny Florida, up here to the beautiful Mississippi, and we're gonna be making some tomato basil, would you call it a bisque or a soup?
I just call it soup, but bisque sounds really fancy.
Okay, we'll call it a bisque, if you will.
Okay.
We're also gonna be making a caprese sandwich. What's on a caprese sandwich is we're gonna have some chicken that we're gonna marinate for about 30 minutes in the fridge. We're gonna have basil, balsamic reduction that we're gonna home make. But we actually bought a balsamic reduction because we can make a balsamic reduction here, but it takes time, it stinks up the whole house, it makes my wife complain about the smell. And so we just buy it in the bottle for $5. It's way easier. So check out that link in the description or whatever you call that. And then we're also gonna be making a grilled cheese sandwich that Mother has come up with.
Because you can't have tomato soup without grilled cheese sandwich, right? You gotta dip it in there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like a good caprese sandwich, but I understand the grilled cheese sandwich, but this is a pretty nice grilled cheese sandwich. So what exactly is on the sandwich?
Well, on the outside, we're gonna make a garlic butter. We're gonna put that on both of the outsides. And then on the inside, we'll put some cream cheese. And then we're gonna put some smoked Gouda and some lacy Swiss. You could put any cheeses in there, just mix it up a little bit. It kind of makes it a little bit more grown up. And we're gonna do it on a real grainy bread, make it yummy.
So we're gonna kind of grill it up a little bit, give it a little bit of crust to it.
Absolutely.
That sounds pretty tasty. And with our tomato soup, these are really all her recipes. The only thing that is really mine would be the caprese sandwich, but really that's from a place I used to work at that has the best Italian food ever. So with the tomatoes, you actually use a lot of different tomatoes, right?
Yeah, I think the more variety you use, the better, because each tomato type has a different flavor. Some are sweeter, some are, more meaty, and when they get all mixed together, it makes it more complex. If you just use one type of tomato, it's okay, but it's not as good.
So we're trying to get a little bit more depth to our flavors.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, I believe we need to start by making up a couple drinks, because my signature is I like to make up my classic Captain Morgan and Coke, but I'll actually be using Kraken today. So what kind of drink are you going to be making today?
Well, I'm going to make a Bloody Mary in honor of the tomatoes.
Okay, that sounds very acidic. Sounds like you do not have acid reflux, but you may after this. So let's go ahead and get started on that.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
You're making your Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
So what all are you putting in there? It's just a classic Bloody Mary?
Putting a little celery in, a little ice. I'm going to put in some cat head vodka made here in Mississippi. And
Kitty cat.
some mix. I was gonna make my own, but it was just too much to do today. So.
Oh, like, do you put any hot sauce or anything else in there? Or you
Nah.
just regular? I mean, some people like to put, what do you call that? Kind of like a pickled okra or?
Well, yeah, like celery salt. Well, you could have a whole meal in a Bloody Mary.
I mean, really?
You could put. I've seen
Put a fried egg in there.
pepperoni
hot
in
dog.
there. Yeah, anything. whatever you got.
Okay.
What are you gonna have?
Well, I'm gonna be having obviously some rum, but this is Kraken, so this is a very dark rum. You gotta be careful because it is pretty strong. It's not like my typical Captain Morgan. And then the classic Coca-Cola. And nothing against Pepsi or anything, but it's a classic Coca-Cola taste that I like. It's a little less sweet, and I will say, they also make Dasani, and Dasani's disgusting. They should stick to making Coke. So that's just me. All right, so go ahead. So what do you need in there? You need some ice. I just happen to have a little bit of ice. A couple clips of the tongs.
All right, let's do it. Oops, hey, party started.
I mean, it looks like the party's already been started. I think that, when did you buy this morning?
Yeah, it's been a quick day. So.
Been a busy morning.
Add a little of the cat head in here.
About how much would you say that is?
Quick pour.
A quick pour?
Oh wait. Okay, there we go.
That's it?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, that's it. I'm kind of shy and I'm not really good on the camera, so we're gonna give me a little liquid courage.
Well, all right then.
Get this a little shake.
You gotta smile when you're shaking. There you go, there you go.
Yeah! And put in my Lucky Goat cup. Lucky Goat is coffee from Tallahassee, Florida. That's where I'm from. And there we go. And why you put the celery in here is it's a wonderful stir. Look at that, we're ready to go. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, Nick, your turn.
Oh, now I do love good Bloody Mary, but with all the tomatoey stuff we're eating today, I'm feeling like it's gonna give me a little bit of acid reflux probably. So we're gonna start with our classic clear ice cubes. And then the proportions, it's whatever feels right. About one shot. And then we go over to our Coke.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And you want to pour it in there quick enough, but not too quick, because you want to pour it in so it mixes itself. That's the key.
Oh, because you don't have a piece of celery.
No, I do not. I could still put a piece of celery in there. But you pour it in there quick enough, that way it mixes itself. And then you don't have to stir it.
Okay.
But not too quick where it foams over. So, it's very, very close. But as you can see, I know the proportions of my cup. Tip it over, spill it out. But it's perfectly full.
Well, how about a cheers?
Well, cheers to you.
Chin chin.
Let's get to cooking.
Oh, that's good.
So a couple of the machines we're going to be using here today, we're going to be using our tomato-izer, and is that the actual name? It's called a tomato-izer.
I don't think so, but I've had it for a long time. It's a product from Germany, and it's pretty heavy duty. Alternatively, there is like a manual one where you, it's kind of like a silver bowl, and you twist around like this, but this one's just awesome. It takes all the seeds out, all the tomatoes, any the pit, or what do you call them? The vine stuff. Just takes everything out, and you just end up with a really nice tomato mix.
It's kind of like a sieve or a sieve.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But this does it all for you with a little electric motor.
And it's super fun to do.
It is. I think you've had that since I was a kid, right?
Yeah, definitely have. Yeah.
And what kind of tomatoes do we have here?
We've got some grape tomatoes here. Just some little ones. These are Campari tomatoes. We've got Italian plum tomatoes. These are vine ripe, the ones that come on the vines. And down in here are the bigger ones, and they're usually beefsteak tomatoes. Oops, there goes one. That's okay, we got lots of tomatoes, as you can see. So the mixture of all these different ones, whatever mixture you can come up with is terrific. So.
And we're also going to use those bigger ones on the sandwiches when we're layering the mozzarella and the tomato.
We'll slice some of those. For the tomato-izer, we're just going to basically quarter them and throw them in there. Some of these, like these, that'll go in whole.
Debatable. Debatable. I think that's what that means, right?
I guess we're gonna take it literally.
This is...
Yeah, we'd have probably used a rubber spatula, but...
Well, I just don't have a rubber spatula. See, it's all Karen's fault. Because the rubber spatulas were all used.
Okay.
I mean, they weren't my rubber spatulas. They were hers, but still.
Alright, so we're gonna warm up the the butter and saute the onions.
Oh.
We don't want them to get too overcooked.
Why not?
It's kind of a hard, because the soup's going to continue cooking for a little while afterwards.
But what if I like my onions overcooked?
It'll happen in the soup.
Okay.
Just cook that soup as long as you want.
Excellent. Excellent. As long as I want. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands.
Alright, so just a medium cook on that. This isn't my kitchen, so I don't know where anything is.
Oh, great.
Did Karen take the wooden spatulas too?
Yeah, Karen took the wooden spatulas.
Please,
Has he grabbed the wooden spatula?
we'll use this one.
What do you mean? What kind of wooden spatula are you looking for?
Like one that's like full. This is okay.
See, that one's slotted that way you can stir faster.
Okay.
It's all about
Wish I had an
aerodynamics.
automatic stirrer.
Oh, I mean,
Don't get it
don't try me because I will pull it out. I was figuring we could use a little stirrer on the pot up here.
Yeah, we can do that if we want to. Usually I'll do the butter and the onions in the pot that I'm going to put the tomatoes in, but that was a lot of tomatoes and we didn't have a big enough bowl, so we're going to add this to the tomatoes. So we can actually start heating that up too.
You want to use a real size burner?
Again,
What do you mean? I mean, like you've never used a stove before?
well, it's not my stove. I know which burners I like.
Well, I mean, you know, that one's just a little baby. I mean, is it alright on the little baby burner?
No.
It's
a
not?
big pot.
Okay.
And when we're simmering it, we can move it back to the lunch.
So just turn it on low. You want a lid on there?
No.
No lid. No lid.
Save the cleanup.
Do you know what no cap means?
It literally said no lid.
Oh, no lid.
I can't get good help. I just can't.
It's hard to find good help. Do you know what no cap means? Me either. You know what no cap means? It's just one cap.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's so strong. I really want to get this heated up. Onions are ready to go in there, but I don't want to put them in this.
Let that fire roll, baby. If only we had a way to keep that stirred so that you could leave that fire on high. The stir made excellent.
I mean, we could just go ahead and dump that in.
Don't forget we're talking to that camera over there. Look at that. Looky there.
It's nice and thick. That's just all tomato.
She's a
Without
thick one.
all the stuff.
Alright, so we also have tomato paste.
Yep, tomato paste.
At what point do we put the tomato paste?
Probably about the same time that we put the butter and bouillon in. It's just all soup. It's all going together.
But we're just gonna let it heat up.
And then yeah, we're gonna let that heat up. And once everything's together, we're gonna let it all come together and kind of.
So what does the tomato paste do for it?
It adds more of again, it's another tomato flavor, but it adds a little bit more depth to it. So it's just, you know, I think a tomato paste is like super tomatoey, super tomato. So,
Alright.
yeah.
And then, as far as our ratio of onion to tomato sauce, so like, let's say we have this big half pot, so we do about 1/3 onion to 2/3 mix of
Yeah, I mean, you
sauce.
really can't go wrong. If I don't have that many onions, it's okay.
But I mean, I'm just saying, as far as like about the
Yeah,
ratio would be,
yeah.
let's say if you had a half a pot of tomato, you probably put,
Yeah, third
You know.
onions, yeah.
I mean, you know,
The
just-
onions just add that nice flavor. Look at those buttery onions.
so with a pot this size, I'd say that's probably about 2 gallons of tomatoes, and that's probably about
Yeah.
a half
Isn't it
gallon of
bigger on
onion.
the side?
Is there what?
6 liters. We're up to 6 liters.
6 liters in American, what is
I
that?
have no idea.
Alexa, how many gallons are in 6 liters?
6 liters is about 1.585 gallons.
So almost 2 gallons.
So well, that's 1.585 gallons. That's a gallon and a half. So a gallon and a half of that, I say we got about what, a half gallon of onion?
I guess.
A
Yeah.
half to a quarter, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a half to a quarter, which is, you know, I'm just trying to get the ratio out there. Because if
Right.
somebody were to try and replicate this, say, on a regular scale,
Right.
you do one probably small yellow onion, one small yellow onion, and then, you know, do your menagerie of different tomatoes.
Yep.
You know, just a little bit of each, which would come out to, you know, if you made like a half gallon of soup, come out about there.
Yep.
And then is there anything else? Do we put salt, pepper? We're going to put heavy cream in there.
Yeah, the salt is going to be covered by the bouillon. So that'll be all right. I don't really put pepper in it. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, it's a very simple soup, and like I said, you can do it with you could put carrots in there instead.
Really?
Oh yeah, just cook it in the bouillon and, you know, emulsify it. Same, like, start with the butter, put the onions in, put the carrots in, put some broth in, and then emulsify it. It's so good.
I'll have to give that a try.
Nice. Yeah.
Sounds tasty.
Yeah. So these are getting good.
So bring your bag over. That bag. So you gonna be clean hands, right?
I just like to roll it over like that, and then you don't get it on the outside of the bag.
Pretty good. You also try one at home.
Here we go. All right, so the soup has come together. We still need to emulsify it, which is what I'm going to be doing. We've added a second dosage of basil.
A dosage.
Yeah, a dosage. if y'all
You know how to use this thing?
like so. And that's gonna be a little bit loud. Alright, here's the kids' sandwich. Give it some triangles, make it fancy for them. Nicely grilled. Okay. This is the one with the olives on it. Make that just push that together. Go. Put that guy in there. Alright, one more. This is just plain cheese, but this is on rye bread. There we go. Look at that. Nice and cheesy. Enough to give you a heart attack. There you go. Living large in the South. Alright, that's all I got.
That's it.
That's it. Some tomato soup with it.
Good to go.
Yep, we're eating well. Yep. Try one of these kids' ones.
But those are for the kids.
They're good.
Because now we have enough money to be able to cut the corners off the bread, huh?
Right.
Because before. Is it good? I mean, not to teach your own horn, but.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, this is plain grilled cheese, so. It's buttery, it's greasy, it's cheesy. What else could you ask for?
Understood. Well, I'll tell you. I don't know about you, but that was a pretty darn good soup there.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, we still gotta add the half and half, but we'll do that at the last minute.
But
I
even
like
without it, it was good.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it. I don't usually add it because it's just more portable when it doesn't have cream in it. You can do anything with it.
That is very true.
Yeah. But I just had a little bit of that grilled cheese sandwich with the olives in it. That was top. That was spot on. That was really good.
I'm a little partial to my caprese sandwich. I think it goes well with the tomato noodles.
I'll try it.
You're gonna get to try it a little bit later, but
definitely.
I thought your sandwiches were pretty good too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Definitely an elevated grilled cheese experience.
Yeah. Do a little something different, and you dip that in the soup, and yum. Yeah, it's a good day of cooking, honey.
Good day of cooking. I'll tell you what, after a long day of cooking like that, wears you out. It's time for a drink. I think that...
A little hot soup and some sandwiches?
Yeah.
What do you think?
You got the smallest drink I've ever seen in my life, but
No.
a little shot. Just
Keep
a
me
shot.
under control, yeah.
Well, we'll see y'all next time. Thank you for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you, honey.
Love you too, Mama.